Well, welcome to the Shape Kansas City Pre-Game Livestream. I'm going to be one of your hosts. This is Dr. Danhoff, and I'm joined by Dr. Brandy Lynch from Missouri. We're both from Missouri. Brandy was past president of 2025. And I was past president of 2023. So, Brandy, we now know that here it is. We're just literally less than 10 days, 9 days away from convention. And I just was wondering if you could let people know what it's like to be in the show me state, because it's all going to happen right here in Kansas City.
That's right. Yeah, welcome everybody. I know that we wanted to get our current Moshe president here, but she wasn't able to make it. So I have the distinct honor of welcoming everybody to our podcast and being the first one to welcome you to Missouri. Guy, we are known as the show me state. And I think that just reflects the personality here. You know, people in Missouri are hardworking, we are authentic, and we are incredibly welcoming. This is as Midwest as it gets. This is the absolute perfect place to host a convention because it brings together culture, we got history, we got community in a way that very much feels like Shape America.
Well, it does. And Brandy, I just have to go here. And I know you mentioned right before the show started, but you were recently on a tour. And again, it just kind of embodies, we know that Kansas City is known for its barbecue, certainly its blues and its music, but certainly some other, nice things to look at and experience. But why don't you tell people just a little bit about what you just experienced, which was a whole lot of culture?
Listen, I was surprised by my spouse with a Kansas City gangster driving tour this morning. So we spent 2 hours on a bus, and it is rated in the top 10% of city tours worldwide. And so wow. It was phenomenal. If y'all get a chance to do that, I was going to say only Saturdays and Sundays, but I don't know if that's actually true. Don't make me lie to you. But it was fantastic. And I learned more today about Kansas City than I've known my whole life. And given I'm not native, but I have known lots of other things about Kansas City. I've known about our really strong jazz scene in Kansas City. I've known about the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. Yep. I know about, we have a lot of museums in this area. I know about our barbecue, but I had no idea that gangsters were a thing. And it was quite interesting. So y'all should check it out.
Absolutely. So Brandy, I think it's that time. I'm going to bring on our first guest. And, when you think about Shape America, you just got to think about a year ago, who was our president? And none other than Dr. Cara Grant. Cara, how are you?
I am doing so blessed. And I'm so grateful to be here. Thanks, Guy.
Well, we're really excited. So I'll start with the very first question. So Cara, a year ago, you know what it feels like. You were the president. And what's it feel like now? And what are some of your responsibilities as the past president as we, get soon kick off and launch right here in Kansas City?
Let me just tell you, this profession is powered with extremely caring, loving, hardworking, and energetic teachers, higher ed professionals, and so many more, that it really has been just uplifting to get to know each one of you and hear and see what you all do. And that's really what's powered me through, as well as helped me elevate our work that we do in Shape America.
And Cara, I have to ask, what advice did you give our current president, Dr. Joe?
Geez. I don't know if I can give Joe advice, but
I think you can. It's just a matter of him accepting it.
I mean, there's little traditions and nuances that come. Definitely told him last week, don't forget to pack your president's capsule. Each president puts a token in there that represents their leadership. So mine was around love and equity. And I put a Taylor Swift-ish love and equity bracelet in there for my presidency, because I know our community is stronger when we lead with love and we include all people for sure.
Oh, I can imagine that Joe might put in, do they have miniature WWE guys? I feel like it's going to be something wrestling related.
It's hard to tell. He's a dynamic guy, does a lot for higher ed, the recreation community. I was maybe a karaoke mic. I don't know, Vanilla Ice soundtrack. I'm not sure. Might
That's
drop
so
that.
true. Kara, there's so many great things to look forward to about this year's convention. What excites you most about what people are about to experience in Kansas City?
Yeah.
The energy is so real. Like you can get goosebumps. Your heart is going to race. The intensity of conversations everywhere you turn, there's going to be someone that you can connect with. You'll see their badge, you'll see what state they're from, and you feel comfortable and confident to be like, oh, you're from so and so. That's so cool. Like where are you? What are you doing? Like what's your content? And like just being open to get to know people and build your network. Because I mean, it is true. The number one thing I learned in college was it wasn't really necessarily the book knowledge. It was the people knowledge. Your network is definitely going to be your net worth as you leave this. So the power of the people that we come in. Yep. It's really the power of the people. So like I have definitely leveraged each and every conference I've been to like get a network together, but not only that, like it's the following up with after. So I really love the coffee talks, like those moments before a session starts, the sessions that have the turn and talk and like the get in and, so I'm really looking forward to the coffee talks. I'm going to have one called Equity in Action. What have you done for me lately? And then there's going to be the BIPOC Social, the second annual one. And so that was off the hook. That was on fire. So it was an opportunity for Black, Indigenous people of color to come around as an affinity group, celebrate and network in a meaningful way there. Even just breaking bread and eating lunch together when you're transitioning. There's going to be like over 400 sessions, so much to choose from.
Yeah.
I'm out of breath just thinking about it.
Well, our last question for you is, Kara, as the past president, what responsibilities do you have, obviously coming into Shape KC?
There's so much. There's so many nuances that go in and out of it. Closing out the term, making sure everything is handed off correctly. Making sure that, there's a long legacy of Shape America that was handed to me that gets handed on. And just like the work that's being done to serve the community. So it's nuances. There's some, we definitely have a schedule and agenda, and we have some details that like for some of you, that's not like the most scintillating of things you want to get into, but definitely, like getting on the stage, welcoming people, closing out the session, and just really having a good time at like those opening sessions where everybody comes together in space. And the energy is vibrating through the crowd. You could just feel it pulsing. And just really getting to hear the opening speakers and the closing speakers and all of that around like, what is happiness and how can I be happier and all those things.
Carl, that is so cool. We want to just seriously thank you for your 3 years of service. Certainly, as Shape president, certainly future president, current president, and now past president. And I got to tell you, it's been a pure joy working with you over these last 3 years, certainly on the media side. I think where I really got to know you the most was that bus trip when we went to Speak Out Day and really got a chance to hear you talk. And I was like, man, I'm so glad you are a president, because you just get it. And I'm just so glad to be able to have this opportunity to serve alongside you.
Yeah. I would absolutely second that. I've loved serving on the board with you, and such an amazing mentor to me, like just strong women in leadership who lead with integrity and lead from the heart. Like, girl, I want to be like you when I grow up.
I don't want to grow up. So how about that?
Grow up. I can't wait to take pictures in your glasses every day when I see you.
That's right. Honestly, it's been an honor to serve. I'm super excited. And really, we just have to remember to lead with love, to be open and keep the door open for people, to make sure that there is that seat at the table for everybody. And as Miss Chisholm said, if there isn't a seat at the table, you're going to bring your folding chair with you to that table. But just letting people know, like tonight, it's not too late to register and come on down to Shape KC. We'd love to have you there, even if it's 1 day, 2 days, a component. It's not too late to register, to come and join us and have a good time. There's so much ready for you. We're so excited to have you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. Well, Carl, thank you for being with us. We'll see you literally in about 9 days at Shape KC.
I'm ready. Thank you both. Appreciate you all inviting me in. Take care.
See ya.
Thank you,
all right, Brandy, you get the distinct honor to go big time with the wrestling here. I tell you what, it's a little different having to bring on some guy with a background in wrestling.
I mean, if we're gonna do it, we better do it right. Now announcing the Shape America president, Dr. Joe Deutsch. Shape KC.
Shape KC.
Shape KC. Shape KC.
Welcome, Joe.
What's going on, guys?
What are you wearing?
What am I wearing?
Yeah.
My championship belt.
Oh my gosh, is that priceless?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Joe, thanks so much for joining us tonight. You come right on the heels of Cara sharing about just how amazing Kansas City is going to be. You know, I want to hear from the president's perspective. If someone is just coming to their first Shape America, like their first time on the scene, what kind of experiences should they expect when they walk through our doors?
Yeah, I mean, the beauty of conference is that it's human connection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we've got all this different stuff we can get off social media now, and communication we can have, and everything else in this world. But there is nothing more, fulfilling, nothing more, that just feeds the soul and sends you back to your school, to your students, to your administration, like the connection, human connection that we get at conference, right? We're going to get started. I mean, there's some pre-conference sessions on Monday, right? But we really get going on Tuesday. And we have higher education sessions right away on Tuesday. We got, I think, and then we're heading into the opening ceremony. And I don't know if you know this, but Tuesday, opening ceremony day, St. Patrick's Day.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I highly recommend that you wear your green, because you don't want to get pinched on St. Patrick's Day. That's what I always say. We're gonna get right out of the chute. We're gonna celebrate St. Patrick's Day. We're going to kick off the conference hard, and just, you guys talked with Cara about it, but I mean, there's just so many different sessions, so many different opportunities during the day and evening to connect with people, to come up with ideas, to share what we're doing, and to share, one of my favorite things is called the coffee talks. And the coffee talks are had in the exhibit hall in the mornings on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yep. And coffee talks are the attendees' opportunity to be the presenter, right?
Right.
So you look at the coffee talks that are being offered, and you attend the coffee talk, and basically there's a little introductory session, and then boom, the script is flipped, and it's on the attendees to share their experiences and to ask questions of other people sitting at the coffee talk about experience that they've had. And then connections are made, and, friendships are formed. As Cara said, going and breaking bread together and having lunch together and discussing how you deal with that situation, or how, you do a field day, or any of the cool, awesome things that, so it's just what I will tell a first-time attendee is, have a smile on your face, and don't be afraid to go up and talk to a presenter. Don't be afraid to go up and talk to anybody who you think you can make a connection with, because that's what we're all there for. Right? Everybody's there.
Absolutely. I love the coffee talks too. I have hosted coffee talks, and then I've been a participant where I look down those row of topics, and I'll tell you, if you look at the topics, there's something for everybody, right? There's so many different things that are going on in our profession, in our society, with the things that we do and the people that we serve. And so it's really just a matter of walking up to that table and you have a part of the conversation. I've seen some really organic, amazing things happen when we sit at those tables and just have an open dialogue and discourse and discussion on these different things. And so many ideas and affirmations come out of the coffee talks. I'm super excited about that too.
100%.
And hey, we have to go there. Dr. Deutsch is also one of the authors of the newly released edition of Physical Best. Talk to us about the book.
Oh, I'm super excited. Got an opportunity to work with the Dr. Jane Greenberg. She's amazing. The 5th edition of Physical Best is coming out. It's released on Friday, but it's basically being released at conference. And what I'm actually truly most excited about is Shape America's getting their Physical Best trainings back up and running again.
Nice.
So we're gonna, school districts are gonna have the opportunity to book a Physical Best training. In a nutshell, to people, what is Physical Best? It's teaching health-related concepts to your kids, promoting lifelong physical activity. And we're not just running to run, but we're learning about cardiovascular endurance and how and why that's important for our bodies and for life. So your districts can have an opportunity to bring in a Physical Best trainer to do some PD for you. And the best part about the curriculum is it's not a standalone curriculum, which means it can be infused into any curriculum that you're already using in your own school district. Because I know people, don't want to be changing up their whole curriculum. So it's just a really great opportunity to teach kids about the value of lifelong physical activity, teaching them about the 5 components of fitness. And we're super excited to be releasing the 5th edition at the conference. And then the trainers are actually being trained at conference to go out and do these PDs that Shape is going to start booking out there across the nation. So awesome.
Well, congratulations to you and Dr. Jane. I've had the opportunity of interviewing her many times over the last 5 years. Like you said, she's just a wealth of knowledge. Her research, her writing, her speaking. That's a great pairing with you too, and getting this 5th edition out. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm super excited about this new edition. We actually use this textbook in my analysis and teaching of physical training course. And so as I'm teaching my students about the 5 components of health-related fitness and fitnessgram and just the nuances of layering these topics into everything else that we do, I have been searching for hey, why don't we have that certification anymore? Why do we not have that added credential to say, hey, this is another area of expertise that we bring to the table? And so to know that y'all's book is about to come out and that people will be able to be Physically Best certified, I am on it for my future teachers in my program.
Awesome. Yeah,
that's awesome. So Joe, the next question is, we know as president, you have some input. What are some things that you've been doing to put your signature on for this year's conference? What are some really cool things that we all can look forward to?
Well, I'm just super excited to have it in Central District, right? I mean, it's back in Missouri. It's in the Show Me State. I'm a Central District guy from North Dakota, so Ben had several leadership conference, Central District leadership conference down there. Had several different Central District conferences over the years down in Missouri. So super excited to be back there, and it's a week. Right, it's basically a Monday through Saturday of just awesome sessions, opportunities. Like I said, we have the kickoff party on St. Patrick's Day right after the opening session. So we're going to have the opening session. I think it's from 4 to 6 or whatever, and literally we're going to walk out the door of the opening session into the party. Into the party, and I'm hoping and assuming it's got a St. Patrick's Day theme to it, because it is St. Patrick's Day. But like you guys talked about, Akara said over 400 different sessions, and we're talking some of the best teachers in the nation, right? That are putting in to come and present what they're doing. I mean, it's just an amazing opportunity for pre-professional, a current professional, you know, and then higher education too. Another big piece. You know, we have lectures. You know, we have, you know, the higher education community has their entire day on Tuesday, full of sessions. And so, you know, what a great opportunity for your PEAT and HEAT programs to come and just talk to other professors from other universities about what they're doing. You know, Brandy, you've seen this. Research collaborations, right? You know, meeting somebody who's doing research in an area that you are and coming up with an idea for something that you know you can do together. So we're just super excited about all the opportunities that we have out there. Central District is going to have going to have a social. Eastern, I think all the different districts have socials. You know, BIPOC social that Cara referred to, the Teachers of the Year, like that is the coolest thing. You know, other people are going to talk about that, but I have two of my mentees that are current Central District Teachers of the Year that are vying for that National Teacher of the Year. But just the neat opportunity to go to session to see these people that were district from last year and this year presenting together. You know, it's just amazing, because even being District Teacher of the Year is an amazing accomplishment. So yeah, we're really super excited to get everybody out there and just have fun. But it's a grind, you know, it's a day and night sessions and celebrations, and you know, it's just like-minded people with positive energy all coming together to feed off each other. It's just crazy. It's just amazing.
Yeah. And Joe, I was wondering if you could also speak to, because I know, you know, when you first became president, you and I had these really cool sunglasses, not the ones you're wearing. I don't have them with me, but you know, we all got some sunglasses last year from certainly. Oh, you have them. See, I knew you would. There they are. Exactly. So
Health Moves Minds, powered by Booster.
By Booster. So I want you to give us the latest on what's going on with Booster. I just think, you know, what has been started, the way that the program's been going, and, you know, kind of give us a little sneak peek on Health Minds and what are some things that maybe, you know, certainly our viewers can anticipate to learn more about the program and how to get more involved.
Yeah. So we have an amazing program called Health Moves Minds, which is kind of like the theme for this year was strength and kindness. So teaching kindness techniques, teaching, you know, mind body control, you know, just a lot of opportunities to help kids deal with the world the way it is today. We already had some activities that you could do for that, and we also had a fundraising component, but we got the opportunity to partner with the #1 fundraiser of monies in schools in the nation, in the company Booster. And so we partnered together with Booster, and they, you know, you come to the conference, you go to the exhibit hall, you'll see Health Moves Minds powered by Booster.
Right.
Step up there, and it's an opportunity for you as a district as a school to raise funds for your school district. Right, for your school, like for your PE program. And you know, you guys, you do the fundraiser, Booster helps with that, and then we also teach the concepts that come with the curriculum. And it's just a great opportunity for teachers to support their physical education programs, support their kids through the curriculum, and just you know, and so 50% of the actual cash earned, it's all done on, you know, in an online format, comes back in a cash form. Plus there's gift cards for Gopher involved, and Booster kicks in some things, and there's prizes for the kids for raising certain dollar amounts, t-shirts, that you know, just fun Dude Perfect prizes. So it's a great opportunity to raise money for your state association, for your, obviously for your school first and foremost, but for your state association and for Shape America. So real great opportunity to do a fundraiser and support physical education, health education.
Absolutely. Joe, we just want to thank you for obviously stopping by as president. We're actually going to have you come back. You're going to get the final word, my friend. Come on. You got that championship belt. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
That's right. Ship KC.
Okay, buddy, I'm going to bring you back for the main event, okay?
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you. All right, now we're going to kind of shift. Joe talked about this. He was talking about the National Teacher of the Year in that program. And we're going to bring on actually one of the most recent National Teachers of the Year from the great state of Minnesota. We have Lisa Smith on the show. Lisa, how are you?
I am great. Thank you, Guy, for having me on this evening.
Yeah.
I'm just so excited to chat with everybody about Kansas City. It's going to be so fun.
Oh, so with that, it was just a year ago, correct?
Yeah, just a year ago. It's been a whirlwind of a year.
I know. I just remember a year ago, Jen Hebink had the opportunity to interview you right after the announcement. And I kind of want to take you back to that day. And, first of all, what was it like when you heard your name? But more importantly, what's your journey been like now a year later? And what have maybe you've learned about yourself, or maybe just the way people see you and perceive you?
Oh, Guy. Going back to that day, I'll be honest with you, like I blacked out. I don't. I just remember looking at Joe Deutsch in the row ahead of me, just like, and I don't know. It was great. Seeing my kid walking up will be one of the greatest memories of my life. Truthfully, but just being that day was a blur, but it was wonderful. And I look back at those pictures and fondly, and just everything that has happened since has been wonderful. Going around and getting to experience all kinds of conferences, and I've had an incredible year of welcome from so many different places, and I hope I get to do more. It was so fun. Derek and Maria, my cohort, my toys, they are my favorite people. I love them. Our whole 2-5 group is so tight knit. We have, so you're going to hear the chant. It's a 2-5, 2-5, 2-5 chant. It's going to happen, folks. I'm not sorry. We're very, very tight knit. We just had the best time together in San Diego in the summer last year. And the program is incredible, and I felt so valued by Shape America. The whole thing is wonderful, and I do encourage anyone that is to take part in the program. And nominate people. Please nominate people and amplify all the great work that everybody's doing, because it's a true family. It's a true cohort. Anybody that's been a toy, it's like you're always a toy, right? So it's pretty neat.
Well, absolutely. So I'm going to bring on actually Dr. Lynch. Bring Brandy.
Okay.
I know, right? So she's got a question for you. So
what?
Fire away.
Okay. What's the question?
No, I was just thinking, like, I remember watching you get this, and just all of the things that like the toy group has done this year, and just watching your journey. So I was just thinking about, as you reflect on your journey in education, being a teacher, what is like one moment that made you realize the impact that our profession can have? I'm
man,
absolute. So I like to ask other people.
One moment that, I mean, this is so hard, Brandy. You're putting me on the spot. Can you wait? Okay, say it again. Say exactly.
What's one moment that made you realize the impact that physical education teachers can have? That could be a student, that could be a program. Like, what's one thing that you're like, we're doing some good here?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I really do think, I mean, in my school, of course, we're revamping PE and just kind of redefining it with different frameworks, and really rooting it in meaningful PE, which we all love, and all that good stuff. But I mean, I see it in the students, and the fact that they have such a joyous experience in PE. They aren't. It's when they get to be themselves, and they're like, wait, this isn't like what my parents described PE as. Like, I love, and I love being on airplanes and talking to people. And like, I've got my toy backpack, and they'll see it and they'll be like, what is this? And we talk about it, or I talk about where I'm going for a conference, and I get to talk to them about PE and health and their experiences, and how students now we're striving to give them this incredible experience that's completely comprehensive, and that is tailored to them. Right. We're not putting them in boxes. We're amplifying all kinds of abilities and ideas and students' contribution and being at the table and redefining PE. And when I get to say that to people, it is my absolute favorite thing. And they look at me really kind of surprised sometimes. And they also they'll thank me for telling and say, like, I'm so glad because I really had a poor experience, right? And we hear that narrative often. And I love talking about it at conferences. Like, I have conferences next week, and we don't get visited often in the PE departments. But when they do come down and we do get to talk about this, and when I do get to send out my newsletters in the beginning of the school year, and I get emails back being like, wait, you're really doing these things?
Right.
Yes, this is physical education. This is what we do. And that is my favorite thing, for sure.
Yeah, I love that. My other question, but you just answered it, was going to be, as a teacher of the year, so you have been recognized just for your excellence in our profession, was going to be, what's a message that you would share with our future teachers? Since I'm in teacher education, like, I'm always looking for the takeaway for my students too, is like, what does physical education look like when it's truly impacting students' lives? But you just shared it, right? The joy, the movement, feeling a sense of belonging, some confidence and competence, flipping the script on, it's not the stereotype America that maybe they've heard about or that's portrayed in media often. I absolutely love that. Thank you for being such an advocate for our profession.
Of course. No problem. It's truly an honor. And that's not an understatement by any means. When I got back from winning and everything, my school said, like, you have to see this video. And it was my student submitted video about me. It was, it like ripped me apart. But they're the reason that they did my recommendation, because a student can write your recommendation letter as a teacher of the year. And they did. And what my school shared with me when they got back, I didn't want to see it beforehand. It's not that I didn't want to. I just honestly didn't really have time either, but they shared it with me, and it was everything. And everything I just said, it just validated it. And I wish everybody could see these students speak about their experience, just because I think sometimes kids, they don't always get to be themselves, and in places that they can, and it's super authentic, and that was really cool to see. So I don't know, maybe I can ask if they can share it sometime, because it's pretty wild.
That sounds like a Shape America YouTube short for sure.
I think we
for sure.
I'll ask my school if we can get that.
We could put
I'm
a
sure
happy
they
face
do it
in front of their face.
That's actually true. They could just take those sound clips too. That's true.
That is true. Yeah,
we'll work on that. That sounds great. Okay, connect me with those people.
All right, so Lisa, obviously you won that for the high school category, and do you have any advice for those that have been nominated on, just because I was going to say, I'm sure you got maybe something you can share with them on maybe perspective.
So for the folks that will be sitting in the audience this year, is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, be surrounded by your people. Be near them. Sit with your group. Sit with those. Sit near the folks that came to support you, whether it's your family, your friends, and really just take in this whole week. It's honestly, it's nerve-wracking. It really is. The fact that it's on Friday is like, dang, you get this kind of pit in your stomach. Oh, I'm serious. You get this pit in your stomach all week, and everybody's celebrating you, and it's just, and it's that's how it should be. And it's a group of people. It's a group of, and it feels kind of weird at first, where everybody's congratulating you, everybody's saying all these things, but it's let it soak in. Like, let them lift you, because I'm bad at that. I'm bad at, and I've learned this year to let people say, like, you earned this. And yeah, it's true. So, like, lift people up. Everybody that's gone through this process has gone through the whole thing, everything about it. And I enjoyed the process. I really did. The deep self-reflection and being able to just kind of see your craft in a different sight is
Yeah.
wonderful. But I think just let people lift you up, let people carry you, let people pat you on the back. Don't downplay it. You
Right.
earn this.
Right.
Hmm.
And then, Lisa, the other big thing is we know that there's a plethora of sessions that are being put on by the National Teachers of the Year. And anything you want to say to that, because there's so much great instruction that goes on during that time as well.
Yes. We all of our sessions.
Mhm.
Yes. Is that what you're asking me, Guy?
Yeah,
I was looking at the chat and I was like, what are we looking at? Guys, this is live. I know. I'm ruining it. Yes, we sat together and we talked about our sessions in San Diego and with Jeff Mushkin and he's wonderful and he helps everybody make sure that they're so prepared and that we're going to deliver like the absolute like best thing we can possibly give to you. And Gopher, of course, supports us and they want, they're going to put all this cool equipment in our hands to help us help you. But please come and see everybody. I know this I think elementary is two sessions and high school is Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Please come and see Derek, Maria, and I and check your fit.
Ooh.
Check your fit. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be fantastic. It is. It's going to be so good. Of course it is. The health group is incredible. Holy smokes. Are they just absolutely dynamite? The middle school folks you can't beat it. And then elementary, like I said, I talked about them again. DAPE. Ooh, wow. Folks, that's going to be an absolute showstopper. I call it DAPE. It's APE nationally. But you guys, there's just nothing better than seeing these people. And they're truly my friends. And they are so ready to just bring the house down for you.
Absolutely. And Lisa, we just put it on the board thanks to Dr. Knipe. Mark your calendars, folks, because the closing general session on Friday from 4 to 5:30 is the last thing that actually happens, as you know. That is going to be the big announcement of the Teacher of the Year award winners. And Lisa has agreed to join us on the broadcast because she's going to be interviewing all of our winners. I know.
I will be more prepared with questions.
You know you will be.
Oh, yes, I will. No, I'll throw it off the cuff, most likely. Let's be real. Folks, I am stoked for this. This is going to be great. When Jen asked me to do that, I just said, yeah, I think that sounds like a super fun time, a blast. Just being in that moment with those folks and kind of getting them, keeping their hype up, and it'll be so fun.
Yeah, we got another comment here. The toy sessions are amazing. Yeah, get to those sessions early.
Yes.
Absolutely. Those are very attended. I also know that I always ask to videotape those. So we do a lot of videotaping, certainly for the promo and some other things that we do with those videos. But yeah, Lisa, we'll be there with some cameras even in your session, 8 a.m.
I can't wait. 8 a.m.
Exactly. 8 a.m. See, I haven't forgotten.
I'm bringing the house down.
Okay. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for being on. And we can't wait to see you in about 9 days.
That's right. Everybody fly, drive safe, however you're getting there. We're going to see you there.
All right. Thank you.
See you soon, friend.
Yep.
Bye.
Okay. Next up, we have a very special guest. Some of you may know him as the PE guy, the field day guy. He is a University of Central Missouri alumni, and he's also the Shape America Joy of Effort Award winner this year. His name is Mr. Drew Burris.
The PE.
Drew is in the house.
I don't call me out. Just go with it.
I'm just saying. I was following along. I was like, okay, I'll go with it. Yeah, sure.
In my head, and then it just came out weird. Listen, it's my accent. Accent. I said the field day guy.
How we doing, guys?
We're doing good, Mr. Joy of Effort Award winner.
Yeah.
Listen, I know that you are always a fan favorite with your activity sessions, and that people need to get there early for your sessions because they fill up quick. It tends to be standing room only, and they walk away with a bunch. So I know that activity sessions especially are always a highlight. What do you think, as someone who presents our activity sessions a lot, what are some of the things that make those activity sessions such a powerful part of our convention experience?
It's bringing everybody from all around the country to do this. I mean, everybody's got their own philosophy, their own different types of ideas. I've got my own style, but that doesn't mean I go and watch other people that do exactly the same thing that I do, because I could kind of absorb what they're doing and take it back with me. So, I mean, there's all kinds of different teaching methods that we have, and it's just awesome seeing all those different sessions being put into 1 week. So what, 400 plus sessions? Is that what they said?
Yep.
I mean, you've got adaptive health, preschool through 12th. You've got coaching, the teaching, evaluation, the higher ed, which I know Dr. Lynch, you probably love that one. The toy sessions that are going on, just there's all kind, anything you're looking for, it's going to be there. So,
yeah, definitely. So for your session specifically, what should people expect this year?
we'll see. Okay, I'm smiling because this is the shortest drive I ever got to make for a conference.
That's right.
So, I mean, I drove 12 hours down to New Orleans. That was the longest one. That was my first one. I only got to drive 25 minutes because this is in my backyard this year. So this is actually kind of neat. I got actually 2 this year. For many years, I had a lot of people ask if I was going to do a field day one. And what I did was I went back in the archives and pulled out, we did Game Over. So it was an arcade 80s style field day. So I brought all those stations out and put them into games. So that's going to be one of my stations. We got a lot of good surprises for that one. And then one of the other ones I've always done is at Island. So students that don't have much or any equipment, I can help them with. Because budgets are tight.
Yeah, I love that. I know that I am very spoiled because Drew, you actually teach in Warrensburg where our university is, and you popped over a couple different times to lead workshops specifically for our future educators in PE. It's my favorite thing. So to know that we get like prime real estate to get some of your good ideas. I know last year you said, this is the first time I'm trying this stuff, and then I'm going to take this show on the road. I just love the things that you do, and you are definitely known as the field day guy. And I knew that you had said that. And I remember walking through convention. I think we were in Seattle and we were going up an escalator and people were coming down and we're like mid conversation and just 2 random people were like, oh my gosh, that's the field day guy. Hi, field day guy. And I was like, it really is a thing. Like,
you know, like pull a hood up
and you were like, hey guys. I know. So I just want to walk around with you the whole time because that is definitely how you're known. And I think it adds so much to just the content and the creativity and the activity. I even get to send some of my student teachers to you. So I feel like I got a corner on the market over here.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people asked how that even got started. And I kind of debriefed that in the session, how like the news channel around of Kansas City gave me that title. And I just break it down, I guess the qualifications that I sent over to them to try to get them out to videotape us. That was the term that they gave me. So it's a pretty powerful thing. I mean, the parents even call me that in the car rider line. So I mean, it's something you got to keep up and do a good job at. So
yeah, it sticks, and you have earned it.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And Drew, as you know, I've had the privilege and opportunity to film you on your field days. I think 3 or 4 of them consecutively. And I have to ask this question: what's this year's theme?
Oh, well, I got to keep track. I got like the next 8 years ready to go. We're doing Shrek. I'm not joking. I'm ready till I'm retiring. So we're doing Shrek theme.
Okay, Shrek. Okay.
I was very hesitant about this. This popped up and it got switched because the newest movie was going to come out this summer, but it got pushed back. And I usually try to pick a theme that's going to help me with getting prizes. So I've got all these dolls of Shrek and Donkey and Fiona in my office right now to give away, but they pushed, don't you laugh now, but they pushed the movie back. So I was like, it's already set out. And when at the end of the year, on the last day of school, we do the trailer, give them the sneak peek of it. And I had it set up to where it looked like it was going to be Bluey. And it was a trick because I throw a lot of tricks at my teachers and students. And they're all getting excited. And I thought, oh, man, I'm going to make them so upset when they see it's not Bluey because it goes from blue to green with the ogre ears. And that gym went nuts. I mean, just bonkers for having a Shrek one. So it worked out. So yeah, it's already, I just got to do the checklist tonight and told told my wife not to. She probably won't see me for a while. So yeah.
All right, Drew, here it is. Obviously, we know you're Mr. Field Day, but here's the question. So let's say, you're a young teacher, or actually you're brand new to Coming to Shape America. And to your point, there are so many sessions. Maybe what are some tips that you have for maybe helping people decide on what sessions to go to, other than yours, of course?
I would just sample the plate, take a look at what's on the agenda. I mean, not to be rude or anything, but you don't have to stay the whole time. I mean, the problem is they always put these good sessions at the same time. And then you have to decide, where am I going to go? Or, hey, I'm going to go do this. You tell your friend to go do the other one. You can jump in and out of those sessions whenever you want. But my advice would be to take in everything you can while you're there, because, I mean, this is the Super Bowl for PE teachers. This is our conference time. And, I mean, it comes once a year. Take full advantage of everything you have. I mean, mark down everything down that's on the schedule and just, highlight it and say, I want to go do this. And then I can go take a look at this really quick and mingle with people. I know when I went to my first one, when I first walked in and seen all these people, it was like looking through the computer screen, because that was where I first seen them presenting ideas for videos and lessons. And you meet them in person and you're starstruck. I mean, it's a big thing, and all the socials that are going on, like the first night, the Monday night, John's Big Deck, 6:00. It's a welcome party. Everybody's invited. If you know people, I'm sure you've watched on the internet, teaching, doing visuals, all kinds of things. I bet you'll probably see them there if they're coming out to the conference.
Yeah. And to your point, again, Dr. Knipe never misses a beat, because the convention app should be dropping very soon. Yeah, exactly. So that you can just go ahead and then, get your sessions already, pre-planned as reminders. It's real convenient, that app that Shape America uses. And Drew, I guess we have to really ask you this last big question. I mean, what did it mean to you when you found out that you were one of the recipients for this year, 2026, the Joy of Effort Award?
It was a lot. Like, I had to write out what I've done in the past 15 years into basically a 10-page paper for them to go over. And I got the recommendation for it, and I was like, I don't even know if I compare to everybody else around America for this award. When I was writing everything down and just going through the past 15 years, I thought, oh my God, I did that. I did this and I didn't do that. How did I do that? And I thought, that's part of my job. The big part of that award's joy. Like Lisa was talking about how we've changed PE. We're making it a better thing. I've got some kids that don't get this every day. It's a whole different ballgame when they go home. And that's another thing with the field day thing. I try to make that like Disney World for them when they come to me. Some of them are never going to see this ever. So I try to make it a magical time. And I think receiving this award, at least in my mind, I think I've done a good job so far. I still got another decade of it, and I know I got plenty more to come. And it was a very humble feeling when I got the email saying that I was one of the recipients for it.
Well, Drew, I'm going to say this, and I'm not saying this because obviously you and I are from the show, and Brandy, of course, from the Show Me State, in Missouri. But I've had the privilege and opportunity of filming a lot of your sessions, because we do use it for promotional purposes to show people a taste of those activity sessions. But the thing that you do, and I'll just say this, I've yet to see many other people do this, but the thing that you've done every single time you presented nationally is you always start your session with going in real time, and you're connecting with your students. So you're letting them see live with what's going on at your session. And your students are all there, even though I know they're so young, got like second graders and things like that, right?
Right. Well, I always Zoom call preschool.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Your Zoom. You're
because I got to do this because they think I'm dead because I'm gone for a week. They don't think I'm coming back. 3 or 4 year olds. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, Drew, it's just one of the most touching things to see you do live. I'm telling you, like, it never gets old whatsoever.
It brings
but it's the way the students just respond and connect to you. Brandy asked the question earlier, to Lisa, about when do you had that defining moment? Well, I'm just going to say this. I think if people who get to your session, early or on time, and they see you do that, that's when you're making an impact. It's in the faces of those kids. It's absolutely in the faces of your kids and the way they react when they see you.
Yeah.
And I can speak from like personal firsthand knowledge that I have colleagues at UCM who live in Warrensburg and their kiddos go to your school, Drew. And
Who are they?
oh, we can talk about it afterwards.
No, it's not good.
But there's some kids who maybe don't necessarily, they haven't had the best experiences in, like rec sports, or it's not necessarily the thing that they're the best at.
Right.
But I know that they absolutely love PE and they love your classes. So I've heard about you because they didn't know I knew you. And I was like, oh yeah.
This is the first of me hearing this, but thank you, Dr. Lynch.
I know, you're welcome. We can talk more about it after, but it is absolutely authentic in the sense that some of those kids who it's not the space that they necessarily feel like they thrive in compared to some of those other academic areas that that feel that they have a place there, that you see them, that you know them, and it is 100% because I know you embody that joy of effort. It reminds me a lot of Dr. Deutsch and the way that he would talk about how he loves his students and how he loved this profession. And you're doing such a good job. And thank you for representing UCM well, MoShape well, all the things. I'm so excited for your sessions. I'm going to tell the handful of future professionals that we have coming to convention. I know that he's right down the street. And some of y'all even get to do hours with him, but y'all need to go to that convention too, because what you're doing really is phenomenal, Drew.
Yeah.
I appreciate those kind words. Thank you, Brandy. Well, like the other thing, like I teach preschool through second grade. So when second grade is done with me, they go on to a different elementary school. I've got a lot of parents asking if their kid can come back for field day.
That's so cool.
Because it's not going to be what they had, I mean, like I said, try to make it big for the kids. And, that's just, very, very honored for that award. So.
Yeah. Well, Drew, we got one more comment for you. Here you go. Drew rocks. Couldn't agree more.
Appreciate that.
Exactly. Drew rocks. Come on.
Brady's going to pull on the heartstrings. I didn't know half that stuff. I can't forget the PE guy out there.
Speak the truth. I'm trying to redeem myself, okay?
Yeah, Drew, seriously, man, it's just been such a blessing, and we can't wait to get to your session. And
you got a lot of surprises.
You got more. Look at that. You got more love. You got more love coming your way from Dr. Cara Grant. Cara Grant. Here we go.
There will be a lot of costume changes in the first one. So we're ready.
Of course there are. Dude, hold on. You're the only guy that I know that. Here it is. She's got it right. Always surprised. No, I'm gonna say this from filming you. I've seen you. Is this correct? You've had 10 T-shirts on at one time.
I did 12 at one point.
12. Sorry, 12. Okay, 12.
And I look like
12, and you're peeling them off during the session.
And I had a mic on underneath, trying to keep that on, and it was well. I know Danielle O'Neill. She did an Instagram poll. She took a picture of me 1 year at MoShape, and she said, "Guess how many shirts Drew's got on?" And some of them got it right. She gave multiple choice, I think. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it'll be a good time.
All right, Drew. Well, we want to thank you for coming on, and certainly congratulations again to one of the Joy of Effort Award winners for Shape America 2026.
Right, see you guys in KC.
Yes. See you, Drew.
All right.
See ya.
All right, guys.
I don't know about you, but
who else we got coming on?
We still got more stars coming on. We do. We're going out west now.
Okay.
We're going out west, and we're going to bring on it's actually another National Teacher of the Year.
Full of rock stars tonight.
I know. We're going to bring in Mr. Will Potter. There he is. How are you, buddy? Your audio, unmute yourself, please.
I'm great. How's everybody doing?
How are you?
Hello.
I'm great.
You know what, Will? Let's just dive right in. Is there anything you want to add based on the conversation that we had with Lisa Smith? Now that you also have been a National Teacher of the Year award winner, and what's that experience been like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think she said it best. When you get on a plane and you have your Teacher of the Year gear on, you get to sit next to somebody and share your passion and what everything you believe in. with somebody who probably didn't have the best experience growing up, and they get to see how different PE is now. You know, your eyes light up, and you can see them kind of be like, oh man, I wish I had you as a teacher. And it's just a good feeling that you get. And then, you know, she talked about completely blacking out when she won, and 100% agree. 100% agree. I'm one of the lucky few who got to win his award online, and
wow.
And that YouTube recording lives forever, so I go back and I can watch it whenever I want. But I don't remember any of it.
Wow.
It's very surreal because I lived it, but I don't remember it. So it's a very, like you said, you black out, you don't remember. The only thing I remember is what the video says. So.
Yeah, and Will, you obviously have done these sessions that Lisa was talking about. Maybe, you know, give some people some insight again why you really want to go to these sessions, and really what makes them maybe just a little bit different than some of the other sessions.
Well, the best thing about those sessions is that they really highlight the best of the best, and it's always the best thing or the thing that they are best at, right? So my group of teachers of the year, we did a great session on social emotional learning because we all had that fantastic grasp on what makes social emotional learning such a crucial piece of what we do as PE teachers. You know, 40% of our standards are, you know, social emotional based,
right?
And we have a very unique position to be able to you know, really hone in on what makes us as people, you know, human, not just the physical side, but also the emotional and the connection side, which is just fantastic. So, you know, when you go to those sessions, you really get to see the best of the best doing the best that they can do, because nobody wants to let their group down. And, you know, you're in a room full of amazing teachers, and it just kind of that idea of iron sharpens iron. And you just want to learn from the best to be the best.
Yeah. So, well, one of the questions that we want to ask you is, you know, how long have you been coming, first of all, to the national convention?
So my first national convention was Nashville, which was one of the amazing cities that you could ever have a conference. And one of the things I'm really excited about in Kansas City is it's another great music town, right? With the jazz museum and everything. Like you said, blues and barbecue coming up, right? So really excited for an amazing time in a very rich cultural city like Kansas City.
Absolutely. I'm really excited for all the people who have never been to Kansas City to experience a little bit of that too. That, like, we have sessions and there are over 400, right? And then we have socials, but we're also in Kansas City. So how would you, what would you say to our attendees who are trying to balance the learning, the networking, the exploring? Like, what's a pro tip for that, since you've been coming for a minute?
Yeah. So the first thing is don't get overwhelmed, right? You're going to think 400 sessions. How am I going to get to 400 sessions? That's 100 sessions a day. There's no way. Like, there's no way you're going to be able to do it, right? So pick the sessions that you really, really like spark something in you. Check out the app, right? You know, so and you know, plan ahead, right? Make a plan. And even if you have 2 sessions or 3 sessions in a slot that you want to go to, you know, pick that one that sparks you the most, go to it. And that'll set you straight right there. Right. The other thing I'm going to say is, you know, make connections. Joe earlier said, you know, don't be afraid to go up and shake hands with the presenter, say, thanks for sharing. Thanks. And can I stay connected with you? Because they love that. And most importantly, be a participant, right? When you sit off to the side and you take notes, you might get a couple of little gems, but when you're up there and you're in it, I am
Yeah.
an aesthetic learner, right? I can learn more by doing than I can by watching. So, be a participant and really get in there, because it just makes those sessions that much better. Don't forget to, we talked about it, but check out the local food spots and attractions. Those are always, take a little bit of time, spend a little bit of your lunch hour to go do that. Can make connections. Sometimes you're going to get great conversations in the hallway walking from session to session, and B, you're going to develop lifelong friendships at these conferences. I can count on, I can't count on both my fingers and toes how many people I've met at conference and stayed connected with and developed lifelong friendships and relationships with. And then my last piece of advice would be, take the time to visit the exhibit hall. There's always cool stuff going on in the exhibit halls. This year, there's a professional headshot, so you can get your picture on and add it to your portfolio. But on top of that, there's always, really cool swag that's been thrown out left and right. You always get to leave the exhibit hall with something. And you always get to leave sessions with something too, even if it's just a good idea. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are so many pro tips that I'm going to make my students watch this before we come to Shape America. I love that you said to mark out several different sessions in any given time slot. I always have a first, second, third, because just like Drew told us a minute ago, he said, sometimes you pop in and you're like, cool. All right, I feel like I got a good grasp on this. Now I'm going to pop over here and try to see what I can get from this presenter. But I think always having lots of options leaves it open. And it's not rude to go in and out of sessions, right? Like, I know that you lead a lot of activity sessions too. And I think we did meet for the first time at Shape America, and now serving on the board together and being open trainers. Like, we are pretty tight these days. But my question is, we get our cups filled. There's just so many great ideas that you're going to take away, which wild PE teachers learn best by doing. Crazy, right? Like, everybody should be up there this whole time. So how do you turn a convention experience into real change when you get back to your school?
It's a really good question.
Yeah, it is.
A really, really good question. So the first thing I do is at the end of every session, I write down 3 ideas, right? And the first one is a do now. The second one is a do over summer. Like, this is going to be something that I implement very first thing in the new year. And then the third thing is something that you want to grow or expand on, right? It's that idea that maybe wasn't presented in the session, but it's that idea that session gave you, right? So something you're going to implement right away, number one. Something you want to plan on doing over the summer. And then something you're like, ooh, that session really made me think about this. I want to explore that more. So it's almost like your research side. So those are the 3 things I write down at the end of every session. Now, if you go to 10 sessions, right, maybe 3, 4 a day, 4 or 5 a day, you're going to have about 12 or 15 of those, right? Those do now things. You're going to implement them right when you get back, right? That spring, post spring break time is a great time to just kind of experiment, right? It's the end of the year. Most teachers are kind of checking out. But if you're like, hey, I'm going to try this idea that I saw at Shape America, boom, now all of a sudden you get that energy that most people don't get, right? Then you get to summer, and the summer is your best time to plan, right? So that's when you take this idea that you really want to flesh out and really want to make work. And that's when you take those kind of do nows that maybe you can tweak them a little bit too, right? And then you're always thinking about that next thing, right? So the do later or the think about is where you get new ideas. And then you take those new ideas, and once you've started planning them and practicing them and trying them with your students, maybe for a year or so, that's when you get to take them back and you present them at another conference, or you submit to present at Shape America with those ideas that, were kind of the seeds were planted and the tree grew.
Oh my gosh, I am blown away right now. Like the way that you conceptualize how to make the most of this experience and then make sure to take it home. Because sometimes when
Yeah.
we're just in the moment, it's like, this is so fun. But if you forget to go back and look at the handout, and then you go to another amazing session, and then you might sleep at some point during this week, and then you hit the ground running, to break it up into the do now, do over the summers, an area to grow. That is phenomenal. Like, preach, Will. I love it. And I'm going to give you credit for it. And I'm going to repeat that when people ask me, how can I get the most out of this? Because there is so much. And if you don't go in with a plan, some of it's going to get lost in the chaos. And so, how do you do you take notes on your phone? Are you a notepad kind of person? Like, where are you writing down these do nows, these 3 things after every session?
I send myself a text message.
Ah.
You can send yourself a text message. I found this out a few years ago, and just at the end of the session, send myself a text message. At the end of the day, you keep the little blue dot. I know it drives some people crazy, myself included, to have the little red dot all the time, right? The unread. But then you go back at the end of the day, and then you read that text thread you had with yourself. Yeah. And that's really the best way to do it. And then you can, you're in the bedroom and you're kind of decompressing from the day. You got the TV on with whatever show or movie is just playing in the background, and you're just trying to relax after the hyped up day. And that's when you take your actual notepad, which I have right here, and you just write those text message threads out on pen and paper, because, if it's in there and you write it and then you ignore it, then it's gone forever. But if you write it down again, then it's up here for good.
Such good advice. I absolutely love that. And you just taught me something. I would love to compare notes with you. I'll be like, what were your top 3? What are my top 3? Let's talk. That's great. But send y'all, there you have it, folks. Send text messages to yourself.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show. We're going to see you soon. And just
7 days.
Exactly. And we just love, put it one more time up there for everyone. Great advice. Do now, a list for do over the summer, and then your third list is something to grow or expand on. Obviously, lots of people on our live stream love that. Can't wait to see you in about 7 days, my friend.
See you soon.
Okay, we'll see you.
Okay, listen, we have one more guest that we haven't brought on yet. And so it is absolutely my honor and pleasure to introduce Dr. Bob Knipe. Dr. Knipe, how are we doing, sir? Let's go. I'm sorry you didn't get it like Joe got it, but you understand.
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have the belt, but I'm just as fired up as Joe for sure.
Yeah, you are.
Thanks for having me on, y'all.
Yeah, I know that we serve on the board together, and we are also part of the planning committee for the Student Summit, which is happening on Saturday. Can you please tell our audience all about what the Student Summit is and why they might want to show up on Saturday morning?
Well, as a true professional, I'm gonna not answer your question right away and come back to it. So what I want to say is, Shape America, we love our students. We love our students. It's always been part of what Shape America is. Back when we were AFERD to now at Shape America, we commit to investing into our future and knowing that they are the experts. They're closest to the K-12 students that we have, and their expertise is valuable. And so we love when they're showing up at Speak Out Day. We love when they're showing up at our national conventions and our state conventions and getting involved, right? Yep. And taking their place, right? And us lifting them up. There's so many things that we do for them. One of them is the first time attendees, right? We have a session right at the beginning of the week that we recommend all first time attendees, but especially our students to go to. This is going to orient you just like this session is now here, this pregame, but going a little bit deeper on the logistics and how to navigate the week. And so I recommend students and our first time attendees to take advantage of that. But I also would be remiss to not shout out the PPC, the Professional Preparation Council, and the Student SIG for all the work that they put in throughout the year and leading up to the National Convention. And the National Convention offers a lot for our students, culminating at the end of the week, as Dr. Lynch has shared, with the second annual Student Summit that we've launched. Great opportunity on Saturday. And I'll get back to your question, I promise, Brandy. We have our student leadership sessions, giving a shout out to Dr. Tashana Gillenwater-Catrone and Bree, who is a graduate student at the University of Hawaii, for leading this year. We have our student leadership sessions. We also have the Undergraduate Student Leadership Network Live. So this is normally a monthly offering from Shape America, where students from around the country get a chance to gather, but then they're live and in person, they get a chance to come together, right? Again, building those lifelong relationships. For Lisa and I, we go back to 2009. My first national convention, 2006 in Salt Lake City. Dr. Erin Centeo, it's her birthday tomorrow, so make sure you give her a shout out tomorrow. So these are lifelong relationships that we build, and hopefully we get a chance to help our students to do that there live and in person. And the College Ball, if you love trivia, you love the content area, be sure to check out the College Ball, where each university gets to put up a team and they can beat against each other. I'm not a huge fan of the questions and answering all that, but I love the excitement and the competition. Yeah. We also have the Major of the Year. One student from each university is lifted up in the Major of the Year ceremony, which Guy is going to be broadcasting, so that if you're not able to make it, you'll be able to get a chance to see that live. And to Brandy's question, the final culminating thing of the week for our students is the second annual Student Summit, geared to set students up for success, right? We used to have a beautiful tradition in Aford, which was our National Student Leadership Summit. And this was two students from each state would get a chance to come out to a central location somewhere around the country for a weekend for ropes courses and leadership training. And this is kind of a kind of revisit of that. How can we get students to come together and start seeing themselves as part of Shape America, but then also serving them with things like resume building and interviewing skills, those types of things, and getting a chance to hear from our teachers of the year. So bringing those out, and our panelists, along with administrators who will be the people interviewing them in the future. So tooling them up, setting them up for success there on Saturday. So this is like a half day. We encourage all those in the local area. If you even haven't signed up for conference yet, let's make that work. See if you can come out on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that as both of us are in teacher education, that students and future professionals are such an important part of this convention. And I know that you just listed all of them on. I should have teed you up better. I'll take that. I'll take the hit for that one. That I focused on the thing at the end, and you're like, hey, what about all the things the rest of the week? But we have so many amazing opportunities for students and future professionals to look forward to while they're here. I know that you really like to try hard to bring students every year and to get them really involved, because they are we had a keynote at MoShape this past year. Dr. Joe came and told us that teenagers are 40% of the population, but they are 100% of our future. And I think that goes without saying that it's the same thing in our profession as well. So what advice would you give to students, or are you going to give to your students, to make the most out of such a huge event like this? I know I'm bringing 2 sophomores, I'm bringing a junior, I'm bringing a grad student, I have a handful of others, and I'm going to have to prepare them for just this insane experience that is Shape America, because they've never been to anything like it. And I don't know, hopefully they get to do something again like this in their future, in their, profession. But I'm like, it will never be closer, more feasible, or, as affordable as it is as a student right now. So y'all take advantage of it. But share with me, as somebody who's going to have to tell my students next week, what are you telling yours to get the most out of this event?
That's a hard question. I'm not going to have any students at National this year, and it's a long story. But my students made the right choice, and they're taking care of themselves in a moment. We lost a student recently, one of our majors, and our students are choosing to focus back home. And so it's a good reminder, Brandy, when you ask this question, what do they do? And the answer is still the same, is for the students that are going, they need to soak everything up. They need to get up and just every opportunity, the answer is yes. And I'll give a shout out to James. James, if you're watching, James a couple years back came to National Convention, and just at every opportunity was there with a smile, jumping into sessions, leading. He even led a dance at one of our sessions. It was kind of quiet in the beginning, and he get up and he led the Waka Waka just out of nowhere. And to me, that embodies the spirit, right? When we talk about Drew with his joy of effort, is we want to instill that in them from that moment. They come to Shape America and they're socialized into, this is going to be the time of my life. And I'm going to be exhausted, but I'm going to be fueled for the rest of the semester, if not for the rest of my program. And I'm going to do anything I can to get back, to feel that way, to be surrounded by people who understand me, that are willing to geek out harder than they've ever geeked out before. Because sometimes, right, we're surrounded by people who are making their way through and not really enjoying our field for all it has to offer. But that would be my advice to them, is go down to the expo hall, but don't get stuck. You know what I'm talking about. If you've ever been to Shape America, the Expo Hall is massive. Like, I was in Texas for 13 years. We have a pretty big conference, but even still, okay, it could be overwhelming to go to the Shape America Expo Hall. So make sure you treat it like a session. You got to treat it like a session. Block it off, get in there, do your thing, set a timer, and get out. Because otherwise, you could be there all day. If you're like me, you could be talking, chatting, dreaming about different things, and get stuck in there. So yeah, just going for it. Everyone's your best friend. You're always down for whatever comes up. You're inviting yourself, right? When people are off going somewhere, you just invite yourself, and it's okay here, right? Socially, in other settings, that maybe not all right, but it's expected here. We want more people joining wherever we're headed. So put yourself out there, have fun, have the time of your life, because again, why not? Why not go for it?
Yeah, I think that's such great advice. And Bob, thank you for being vulnerable and sharing what's going on. We are a big family, and when our family hurt, we hurt, and our hearts go out to your program and everything that's impacted by that there. I know they made the right decision, and I'm confident that you'll bring back so many ideas and that you'll get. But that's tough, and like that's real life, right? I know that you have been you came as a student, like you've kind of grown up in this Shape America, AFERD kind of culture, this entity that is all that Shape America has to offer. And now you serve in some pretty significant leadership positions. What would you tell our students who are looking to get plugged in and maybe follow in those footsteps to say, right now, I see myself as just a student, but we know that y'all are leaders regardless of what the title is, right? We all have the ability to make an impact. What would you say to those students who maybe are like, I kind of want to be like Bob?
Be like Bob. That's funny. So for those students, and I know them, I've seen a number of them over the past couple of years, and there's two different types, right? Within this type that's interested in being involved, there's the more outgoing, like James I was talking about earlier, but then there's also the more quiet, more introverted person who they tend to be more strategic, and they're willing to offer just as much as a James. And I think the one strategy when you're at National is it was mentioned earlier, but specifically when you go to those student sessions that are oriented around you, afterwards, share that desire with anyone who will listen, because there are people there at convention that are looking for you. They don't know your name yet. They don't know what university you represent, but we're looking. We're looking for future leaders, because Shape America is people. All of us are volunteers. We've been invested because people invested in us. You talked about that, right, Brandy? From 2006, this has been part of my identity. It's part of who I am. I'm Shape America, right? And so the reasons for that are people like Dr. Carolyn Masterson for me, who kind of socialized me into attending, and not just attending, but like I shared earlier, going for it, and then looking for those opportunities to connect. And that's the ultimate goal, right? Is the service that you're talking about, Brandy. It's in some ways it should be selfish. You get a chance to learn from the best people in our field. You get a chance to be surrounded by the most inspired people, and when you surround yourself with those people, it's contagious, right? You get fired up, what I call stoking the fire. It takes that passion and it builds it up to the point where it just spills over. And so service, Get yourself in front of people at the end of sessions, shake hands, let them know that you're down for whatever you're interested in, and don't be afraid to put it out there.
Yeah, and along that line, Matt just echoed, that same sentiment. Don't be intimidated from the large groups of friends or professionals. If you are at Shape America, or if you're at Shape alone, Shape America is one of the most welcoming professional environments you're ever going to be in, and it's exactly what you just said. And that's the one thing I can say, from being from the higher ed perspective, is, for all those future professionals, we love you guys, big time, big time, big time. We are here to serve you. That's why we make such an emphasis. That's also why, like I said, we're live streaming the event. We want everyone to know if you're one of those majors of the year. We want the entire universe to know about you. And why? Because, no joke, Brandy said it, you are our future. And it starts now. It doesn't start once you get your degree. It starts now while you're in school. And so, Bob, I just appreciate it. I've been working with you for the years, for about 6 years now, seeing what you do in the leadership roles and how you're really cultivating and just growing up these student leaders right before our very eyes. And I just want to say thank you for all that you do. And then with that, there's also one more thing you do, though, that we got to let you talk about, because if I had a walkout song for you, it might be by the band Europe. And for some strange reason, the song, The Final Countdown, seems to be relevant here. So why don't you talk to us about The Final Countdown?
I'm not going to answer your question again. I want to give one more point, and it's there in the chat. You can pull up that last one.
Yeah.
For future professionals, you need to make sure that you spend time thanking the people that got you there. There are people that spent hours preparing you, helping with finances, making sure that the trip that you're about to take is worthwhile for you. And they worry about you, they care for you, and they want the best for you. So making sure that both your family, the university that you're part of, whatever that mentor is that got you there, whether it's people out in the field in the K-12 setting that inspired you to go, you need to make sure that you let them know that. And make sure you do that, right? Because we don't always know how long we're going to have to speak with those people and share our gratitude. So don't wait. Spend that time to dedicate some time to make sure that you share that gratitude with them. Now I'll answer your question.
Okay.
As we head into these final days before National Convention, this pregame is all about it, right? We're in that final countdown, and we want to build that excitement. We want to build those connections so that when we can get there, we're on fire and we're seeing new faces that we've seen on the internet or on the Shape America Exchange or on social media, etc. And we see their faces and we've heard from them. And hopefully that builds that bridge. When you see that person that you've never met in person, but you feel like you've met them and you've known them your whole life, right? And so we want to make sure that we build those connections and there's that excitement. And so we have an initiative called the Shape Countdown to Shape KC. And you can access that on Shape Exchange, social media in Facebook and Twitter, but then also on the, what is it called? The HPE Collective. So if you're on there, we also post them over there. So feel free to jump in. It's a 10-day slow chat. We're on day 9, tomorrow being 8. Just simple, easy questions. But again, chance to build community and an opportunity to hopefully when we get there, start off on, the second step instead of that first step and build those bridges to new relationships.
Yeah. So much good stuff.
I know.
Bob, I mean, I'm glad we saved you for the end because I'm just over here taking notes. Sir, it's just such a joy to serve alongside you. Your heart is so pure and your intentions are so good. And I can't speak enough to how grounded you are in everything. I know you have faced some adversity this year, my friend, and you are still on here spreading positivity, spreading the good message. And I can't wait to see you and just connect with you. Your vibes are off the charts. And even when life is hard and even when things are not, ideal, the fact that you can still keep that eye on the prize and stay focused on like what we're doing and what really matters around here. We need that more than ever in our profession, in our world. And I can't thank you enough, bud.
So hugs all around. When we get there, I need some hugs.
We got
Brandy
you.
Brandy
got
mentioned
you.
it. It's been a rough couple months for me. I want hugs, even though I'll be on my crutches. But I do want hugs. So let's connect. Let's hash it out, and I'm willing to share my story. But yeah, it's a last couple of weeks have recentered what's important in life, and what's important in life is passion and purpose. And so we keep going. You know, when life is hard, we keep going and we keep doing the good work.
Yeah,
that's right. Yes, all the way. Yes.
Yep. Well, thank you, my friend, for being on.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We'll see you in a week.
See you soon, bud.
Yep. Wow. I don't know about you, but I think, you know what, the program was great because we needed him kind of to do what he did, you know. And I got to tell you, and Brandy, I know you work with him on the board. I work with him, you know, at every convention because he does so much with the future professionals. I get a chance to film a lot of things, interview him, interview the students that he works with. And you talk about someone who just has a genuine heart, who just gets it. And I like what you said. He really bought into the ecosystem, being a student first and working his way up through the ranks. And obviously to now where he's on the board, you work with him there. But just an amazing leader, and what a heart that man has. I tell you what. So with that, Brandy, it's that time. It's that time of the podcast. We're wrapping it up. That means there's only one thing left to do. One thing.
We got to bring Joe back on.
We got to bring Joe back on. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get my broadcast. I've been in broadcasting, as you guys know, for about 12 years now. I've never done wrestling though. I've only done football. Okay, so we want to bring back the president of Shape America, Shape KC, Dr. Joe.
What's happening, guys? Wow, that was that was an incredible last hour that I just got to sit and listen to you guys interview some people. First things first, you guys have been putting over, as we call it in the wrestling business, everybody who's come on for the last hour, and I got to throw it back at you guys. Like, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an awesome opportunity to not just try to hook anybody we don't have yet, but just to get people fired up.
Absolutely.
There, right? You see LaDonda out there. You saw a bunch of people that are already coming. Yeah, there you go.
Can you believe that?
My karaoke partner. Yes. We're already coming, but are here because they just want to get fired up and they're excited. So thank you for
Joe, you're so welcome. But we had to both do it. I mean, come on. First of all, we're from the Show Me State. Secondly, we're from Central District. And besides, we're the only two hosts that know how to manage you on air.
and that's the thing I wanted to say, Joe. Show me, right? Like if there's one thing, every single one of these presenter or of the people you just had on, the one thing every one of them said was like, show me what you got. Like, who are you? Come find me. Introduce yourself. Make a connection. Talk to somebody. You saw it in the chat down there. Even if it's a large group of people and it looks like they're super connected, walk in and introduce yourselves. Yes, go to the after hours socials. That's when people really let their inhibitions go and have a good time. So, I mean, like you said, we're headed to Kansas City. It's the Show Me State, and I want everybody to show me what you got. Like, come present, come to a session, go to the exhibit halls, come to the coffee talks, and share what you're doing in your school. Let's go. Let's go. 8.5 hour drive from Fargo, North Dakota to Kansas City, and I'm the car's going to be fueled on our energy alone. I'm telling you.
Let's go. I mean, you might have some people who are trying to get a little ride share from Fargo after all of this. I mean, Joe, I can't imagine that there is somebody who watched this, who stuck with us through all of the words of wisdom and the inspiration that we've had tonight. But if there was somebody who was just like still a little bit on the fence and they're like, I'm not so sure. One more thing that you would tell them that would push them over that. I mean, don't push people, but what you got that we're just like, hey, be here, or what are we even doing? What do you got?
I mean, if you're even considering it, it means you're a rock star teacher, right? Or you want to become a rock star teacher. And the best way to fuel your fire for you to, as Bob said, propel your way through the end of the school year and just be an even better teacher is to go to where all of the most passionate, the best, and I know best, but I mean the best, right? The most passionate teachers and educators and professionals in our profession are all going to one place, and it's to feed off of each other. Right. And I can't put into words, honestly, the professional value you're going to get out of this experience, because honestly, it's going to be what you make of it, and it's going to be different for everybody. But at the end of the day, there just is no better opportunity to be the best teacher and to be with the best teachers.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I want every single one of my students to come, but it is so hard for me to put into words to express just how meaningful content specific professional development and the largest one, the premier physical or professional development event in this country, this is where it's at. And so I think that you are spot on, and I'm excited to see a lot of new faces and a lot of new future professionals. And I really do. I hope a bunch of randos, every time somebody who's like, hey, I saw you on the podcast, I hope they say that, because I can't tell you how many times I lead a conversation with, hey, so I feel like I know you because I follow you on social media. And that's a great in. Like, it's not weird at all to be like, I know your face. I feel like I know you because you put out the really great things that you're doing with your students online, or I read an article that you wrote, or I've been following your research. Like, and nobody's pretentious. Like, no ego amigo at Shape America. It doesn't matter that doctor's in front of our name. Y'all just call out Joe, call out Guy, call out Brandy, right? Like, we are just people there that are excited to be a part of the experience as well. Yeah. So thank you, Joe.
Two of my favorite professionals that I know right now, they were students at SUNY Cortland 2 years ago, Jared and James, and they came and watched this before they came to their first conference. They came and found me at the conference.
Oh my gosh.
And we just connected, and I love it. Now one of them's in graduate school in Wyoming, and one's out teaching in the field already. So what an awesome opportunity, like you said, for our future professionals and for us to have an impact on our future professionals, because teachers need support. And no better way to get that support than to be with the most passionate, like you said, Brandy, content specific people in exactly what you want to put your energy and heart into. So let's go.
Let's go. We've had a hype squad this whole time. I don't know if y'all have seen LaDonda posting on all of these different comments, but let's go. Thank you, girl. Thank you for being our hype squad tonight. I can't wait to hug your neck.
Absolutely. And just seriously, thanks for all the people that actually were providing, real-time comments and, just, really bringing perspectives or just echoing things that were being said by the speakers or the conversation. And we got another one right here, boom, right there. There you go. There you go. Turn it up and ready. So, Joe, you know what? We have to end with something kind of funny in case viewers, you don't know. Beyond those glasses and beyond the big old championship belt, Joe here happens not only just to be our president, but this is a president who has some talent. And Joe, what we want to know, where the heck are you going to be popping up for karaoke? Because that is must see live streaming or to get some video footage, because I'm just going to say, because I've seen you through the years do it, and you bring the house down every single time. And what song are you planning this year? Where are you going to be, if you even know yet? But, got to give us a little insight on that.
Well, I mean, we got people out there looking for the best karaoke places for the week. But obviously, LaDonda and I have to do Ice Ice Baby together. I mean, that's a staple that goes back to Tampa. So, yeah, we're going to get after it. Obviously, that's one of my favorite. I mean, whatever, we like to do duets, like whatever, like karaoke is fun. You got to know the song and it's got to be fun for everybody in the
Yeah.
crowd. Those are the you got to know the words, and it's got to be fun for everybody in the crowd. Those are my 2 prerequisites. But other than that, it's just get after it and have fun, because that's all. That's the way it is. There it is.
Right there, the Shape countdown to Shape KC is on, baby. Let's go.
We're gonna have to roll out of this thing together with Shape KC. You know how that works, right? 3 of us.
All right, start leading, baby. Let's go.
Shape
KC.
KC. Shape KC. Shape KC. Shape KC.
We'll see you all in 7 days. Thank you all for watching right here live on the Shape KC National Pre-Game Livestream. For my host, Brandy Lynch, and for Mr. President, Dr. Joe, with the title belt, we'll see you all in about 1 week at Shape KC. Thank you, and have a great night.